Dude, I hate commercials on YouTube. I have a little song. Yeah. Got to play the old theme song here. So anyway, welcome to ViRTUE's Rage with special guest Rico. And we are going to be discussing the Raw versus SmackDown draft. And then we're going to do a special draft of our own that includes the entire world. If we're able to build two wrestling shows from any wrestler on the planet. So, Rico, welcome.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. It's an honor. Been friends a while.
Great to have you. It's great to have you. And I'll tell you what, after people watch this, and we're going to try to zip through it. You like that song?
Yeah, I like it.
That's the original ViRTUE's theme, by the way.
The main event.
All right, so I'm going to stop that for now. When people watch this, I hope they're enlightened, because all of the Raw and SmackDown drafts that took place before, all the podcasts, whatever, they're all vanilla. You know, I watched all kinds, and nothing impressed me. No. Let's talk about the actual draft, WWE. So we were built up. We were pawns again by the McMahons. We were built up to think that there was going to be all these new wrestlers, or old wrestlers they were going to re-sign, that they were going to pick the best talents from NXT. We all were led to believe that, and then the actual draft happened. Now,
pull the rug out.
So I'm going to look at the list here, and by the way, I wanted to show you a couple things here. So you ever see these markers before? So there's the Raw.
My dad's a doc.
Oh, this is Cherry though.
Cherry. Those are the
remember those sent? So you have one. So you're Raw.
Yeah, I got Cherry.
I got two. I have the light blue, which is. Oh, I'm going to get high off of markers here. I don't know what this one is. Blueberry.
Mess up your draft.
Blueberry. And then, no, wait, that's blueberry.
One's got to be like blue raspberry, right?
Yes. Yes, blue rat. But anyway.
Get high off the marker.
I'll wait to show. I have something down here to show you. Obviously, you know all about this.
Oh, of course. For life, baby. Too sweet.
And I have another little prop to show you, but we'll do that when we get to our draft. So let's talk about the actual WWE draft.
Yeah. You got the order.
I got the sheet here, yeah. Right. So, first of all, seems like we've done this already. So,
just a little, but that's okay.
Raw got to pick first every round. What's up with that?
It's bullshit. I mean, they're trying to make us believe that, you know, it's a new era, and they're just giving Raw everything. They gave them all the titles, too. I mean, it's ridiculous.
They got to pick first every round. The draft is on SmackDown Live. Okay?
Exactly.
The first one. Now, that's fine if Raw got to pick number one overall. But what happened to the old, I pick one, then you pick two, and then two, like a fantasy football draft goes. By the way, that's how we're going to do our draft. Why did Raw get to go 3-2 every round? And on top of that, they got to pick first every round.
It just shows you that they're not serious about the new era. They aren't. They don't care. I mean, and we'll tell you that just about the picks in general, too. They put why does Big Show get drafted? Like, that's just
we're not even that far yet. I was so upset that they made SmackDown seem second fiddle. I get that Raw is another hour, okay, but the 3-2, the 3-2, but SmackDown never got to pick first in any round. Now I know it doesn't matter. Yeah, I know they predetermine every one of these picks, so
yeah.
But I don't know. It's the McMahons making Raw their flagship show, and probably a month or two down the road, SmackDown Live will seem like your boring Friday night taped SmackDown like it used to be. But let's hope not. So let's look at round one.
Cross our fingers.
Number one pick was Seth Rollins by Raw. Thoughts? And we're going to kind
Pretty
of zip through
standard.
this.
Pretty standard. I mean, he's at least top 5. You know, he's got to be there given the heavyweight title situation too.
I'm going to go ahead and before I comment on Rollins, I'm going to go to pick 2, which was SmackDown's first pick, and it was Dean Ambrose. So the first thing I'm thinking when these two guys go 1 and 2 off the board is, did they have to play into, these are the 2 guys currently fighting for the title?
Exactly.
I mean, you have John Cena. You have, Roman Reigns has had some issues. Brock Lesnar with the drug test or whatever.
Our buddies, the dopers.
Yeah, like I just don't get those guys going 1 and 2. It's so obvious. Like maybe if Brock went 1 or Cena went 1, and then it went Rollins, and then maybe Reigns, and then maybe Ambrose, the first 4 picks, that might have made some type of realistic sense. But they went 1 and 2. They're currently feuding, and it was just like we were played for fools. Like, yeah, you already had this predetermined. That's why I think they should have mixed those 2 up somehow. Dropped one guy to 3 or something. It just was too obvious that they were playing into the storyline. So absolutely. I was a little bit upset with that.
It was too predictable, like we said.
Raw then took Charlotte. What do you think on that with the 3rd pick?
Me personally, I don't like her in general, but I also don't. You can't put her there. I mean, and call it a legitimate draft. I don't mean to say this about women's wrestling, but she's not even the best woman on the roster, for one. So why? Well, there's no point. I mean, that's where.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think a woman wrestler should have been taken until maybe round 3 or 4. Again, nothing against them. They have a place, okay? And, speaking of this, so now Raw also has the Cruiserweight division. So they're not going to – and I know maybe out of this whole draft, maybe a few of the guys will qualify as Cruiserweights. But why do I have a feeling they're going to get a whole new talent pool of those CWC guys from the network?
That's what I heard.
On top of everybody that they've drafted in this draft, they're going to get all of those. Like, that is not fair to SmackDown.
In that situation, you need to bring all the women to SmackDown then. Just balance it.
Yep.
Just balance it.
That's a good point. Cruiserweights on Raw, all the women on SmackDown. Why can't SmackDown be 3 hours?
On both, though. You could do tag on both,
This is Raw stupid 3-hour thing. And it's because they're paid by advertisers and USA Network to do the 3 hours, and that's why. Pick number 4. SmackDown then chose AJ Styles, which phenomenal. Yeah, I said
best pick ever. No, I don't know. Spoiler: the next one was pretty good too.
Phenomenal pick there.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk about, based on what happened. I have something I mentioned earlier on Twitter today. I want to talk to you about. So AJ, I like him going to SmackDown. So you got Ambrose and AJ Styles there. Raw got to finish round 1 with their 3rd pick, and they took Finn Balor.
The Demon. Best pick, period. I mean, you throw him in right away. He's ready. He's ready.
I like Finn Balor, and I get the whole Demon gimmick. I like the entrance. It's going to be obviously for pay-per-views only. The whole with his music. And then he goes like this, and then the crowd goes like this in a big arena. I mean, that's going to be a spectacle. But I like Prince Devitt, or Dev, whatever he was called, when he played the different villains at every indie show across Europe and all those different places. That was awesome. When you saw him as all the Batman villains and Hannibal Lecter. For sure. And it's like, why WWE could pay licensing. It's probably small licensing fees to have. Why don't they just do it and let him be that character as W. Balor, which is good. But, like, could you just imagine WWE having him play all those villains, those actual – what's DC and all those people going to – they're not going to charge an arm and a leg to let WWE do that.
That's just too logical. Come on. This is WWE. This is too logical. I mean, and you want to think about it, they're splitting up AJ and Finn. There's a little tension there.
Which
Who took
we'll
over
talk.
the Bullet
We'll
Club?
talk about. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute with my theory here. Round two. So, and we'll do the first few rounds slow, and then we'll kind of zip through this because I'm really anxious to get to our draft. Round two.
Yeah, that's been built up now.
Team SmackDown, the old SmackDown logo from 1999.
I had to get rid of my signs, but I'm good.
So Roman Reigns went to Raw in round two, first pick. Okay,
That was
I get
punishment, obviously.
Then isn't it funny? Then the very next pick on SmackDown, they took the other polarizing guy, John Cena. So it's funny that those two guys were back to back right there.
They couldn't slip him too far, could they? They couldn't slip him too far.
John Cena on SmackDown. I am not a John Cena guy. I want to see him play villain, bad guy one day. I just would like to see him, even if it was for like a 4 to 6 month period, turn heel, make the looks on all his kids and girl fans, make them look like, like, oh my God.
Then you can get assholes like us who buy the merch.
And then make the Cena heel gear, something that looks like this, like the NWO stuff. And then all the people that hate Cena, most of them are going to like him now while he's heel because it's what they've wanted. It's something different. They're going to spend all this money on Cena merch, get behind him while he's heel. WWE's going to cash in on it. And then what happens at the very end? Cena turns face again, and the kids and the women rejoice. But anyway, we got to keep going. Raw then gets Brock Lesnar. I can't. Brock.
Oh, Brock. I mean, he's a great attraction. Don't get me wrong. He's a beast. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But did you see the little conspiracy theory that Heyman put out there the other day?
No.
No.
What was that? Real quick.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, during our draft, we might talk about it.
And regarding Brock, Raw had just got a guy that's going to work 6 episodes in the next year. So anyway. Then SmackDown took, and I don't agree with this pick this early because he's been gone, and they're probably doing it to hype up the match that's going to happen. And again, after Brock, SmackDown takes Randy Orton, the SummerSlam match.
Oh, how convenient. How convenient. He's a dependable worker.
Yeah.
He's dependable, but he's injury.
I like the RKO out of nowhere, don't get me wrong. The one he did to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31, I think, that was awesome.
That was one of the best I've ever seen. Like that, the height he got was just obnoxious.
It was. All right, now Raw takes, and this is why I can't say. Not only did they get the 3 versus 2 picks in this round, they took the New Day and got all 3 members. So Raw, I don't know. Moving on.
More priority, right?
Yep. Round 3. So round 3, and here's what we'll do now. So in round 3, Raw got Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
SmackDown took Bray Wyatt. Raw got Sasha Banks. SmackDown got Becky Lynch. And then Raw got Chris Jericho. So any thoughts on those 5?
I think Jericho is getting the veteran VIP treatment. He's one of the best of all time, let's be honest. We said it, we've talked about this before. He is in one of the midst of one of his greatest runs since 2008 against Michaels. I mean, that was Jericho's best, period. End of story.
Dude. So what's this thing now? I'm going to give you all the gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man. Yeah. Hey, maybe he got that a little bit from Virtue. Maybe Virtue talks to Jericho on the side about his character. That's very Jericho-esque or Virtue-esque right there. Looking at round 3, Sami Zayn maybe a little bit too early with that pick there when I think others should have went ahead of him.
Yeah, I think so, especially. But I also, I like that Becky also went to SmackDown. It opens her path up underneath Charlotte. Let her define her character a little too,
Agreed. Sasha was obviously a solid pick. on Raw. But again, the Charlotte and Sasha are currently feuding, and conveniently they both end up on Raw. You know what I mean? Like, where's the shakeup?
Exactly.
Bray Wyatt, steal of the draft. 12 overall. 12 overall. And in my thinking, back to that Rollins Ambrose 1 and 2, Bray Wyatt overall is the most talented guy on the roster right now and should have been number 1 or 2. And the reason why I say that, best on the mic. He's played a great heel, but the tendencies of his babyface character, I've seen it before he got hurt recently. I think he could play a top babyface. People hold their cell phone lights up for him. And
it's electric. It's electric in that arena. When they go to the ring.
I think his downfall was his little nagging injuries, and I think during this last leg injury he had, I think he worked out a lot more. He lost about 40 or 50 pounds. I think he's hoping that I'm hoping he thinks that will actually keep him from getting some of these nagging injuries and he can work through it. And I think that's a trust issue there. If he goes without getting hurt, WWE is going to push him to the top. So
absolutely.
That round 3, Jericho, maybe a little high there, but I like him. Maybe. I wish he went to SmackDown. Round 4.
Absolutely.
Raw took Rusev and got Lana, obviously. And then again. So, and then SmackDown immediately takes Miz with Maurice. So it's like, what were they playing? Like, whatever you picked, I had to pick that similar. You know, it's like some of these picks were they weren't mixed up enough.
They didn't make they don't make logic. I mean, they're not logical.
Kevin Owens went to Raw. Baron Corbin, Baron Corbin. I think Owens and Zayn should have been switched in the draft order.
And I think they should have been split up.
Yeah,
you're gonna run.
They have
fighting them every week. I mean, you get sick of it.
Corbin went really high. Round 4, number 19 to SmackDown. So that senses that they're going to push him as a big heel.
They need to. He's gotten a lot better after working with Joe. He's gotten a lot better.
Here's what they need to do with him. He's not great on the mic. I think that's what's held him back.
No, they got to give him out.
Paul Heyman.
Absolutely.
Give him Paul Heyman. And then Enzo and Cass went pick number 20 to Raw. Oh, of course. Raw stacking it up again.
Yeah, of course. Tag teams.
Round 5. So with round 5, Raw got Gallows and Anderson. So it's like Raw, not only are Raw getting 3 to the 2 picks, it's like they're taking all these like at this point they probably have double the roster than SmackDown already at this point. But then I like the American Alpha pick SmackDown. That was a really good pick right there. Those guys are going to be
one of the top tag teams in the next 5 years.
And I think they need Kurt Angle. WWE needs to go out and get Kurt Angle, put with them, mentor. Could you imagine those guys with Kurt Angle as their mentor, and then when it's time, they turn American Alpha heel to like turn on Kurt Angle? Oh, that would be huge.
I agree.
Okay, your favorite pick then went to Raw at number 23, The Big Show.
I hate him. He retired 10 years ago. No. I don't. It's very undeserving. You got to put you can even put Cesaro ahead of him. There's 10 people on the roster you should have picked ahead of him. I mean, I just don't.
I mean, Heath Slater went undrafted. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, right, well, Heath Slater might go indie right now.
Dolph Ziggler went to SmackDown. Obviously, I love that. At this point, I like, even though there's a lot of guys on the Raw roster that I like, and Sasha Banks, I like the SmackDown roster because I feel that it's going to be more of a wrestling show.
Absolutely.
And then
which is why they need Cesaro too.
Yeah. Nia Jax. Really? Nia Jax went to Raw.
That's stupid. There's 5 females that could go, that are better than her. I don't understand it.
That was our point. Like, any NXT wrestler could get drafted, and then they chose, and wait till we get to this one. They left certain guys like Nakamura and Joe and Aries down in NXT. It just doesn't make sense. Like all this hype about anybody could get drafted. all these big names in NXT, all these free agents, and we really, really, to me, got a vanilla. Even though we like a lot of the wrestlers in here, it was just basically they didn't do anything special in this draft.
By the book.
Round 6, which was the last televised segment on SmackDown.
Are we going to say anything about them splitting up Styles with the club?
Well, did they take the club yet?
Yeah, I thought they did.
Yeah, when did I say they took the club?
I thought that was with the same round as Enzo, right?
Oh, yeah, because it was listed as Gallows and Anderson. Yeah, so back to round 5. So, yeah, AJ Styles is on SmackDown. The club is on Raw, okay?
That's great storytelling, boys.
Are they smart enough to – well, now Finn Balor is on the same roster as the club.
Yeah.
So could they put Balor with those guys? I don't know if they're going to make him heel, though. And then my thought was have a club on both rosters. Have AJ Styles go out and recruit 2 more guys to be – and then have, like, you almost have NWO and NWO Wolfpack.
Yeah.
And maybe one club could be face, the other club could be heel. Who knows? But
exactly.
Wow.
You know, there's a certain Ring of Honor / New Japan tag team that supposedly has contracts coming up in August that would gladly fit the bill.
What's their New Japan contract status, though? They may be done with Ring of Honor, but they have to be done with New Japan, too.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what their New Japan. I think that it's technically a Ring of Honor contract, but it's, with the talent exchange that they can work.
Gotcha. Round 6.
Yeah.
Flying through here because I'm excited to do our draft. Raw got Neville. SmackDown got Natalya. Raw got Cesaro, which at least he made the televised portion of the draft.
I would have pissed if he didn't.
He should have been higher. And Del Rio went to SmackDown, and then Sheamus went to Raw. So any thoughts on that round? Cesaro. How about that shoot promo?
I don't know. It's just some of them didn't make sense,
How about that shoot promo he did from the network? You think that was a real shoot? I love it.
It's got to get to something, though. You know what I mean? They need trades, obviously.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned that yet, but absolutely they need to make a trade because I think Cesaro should go to SmackDown, and maybe that could be a way AJ gets back to the club, and I don't know. So
and then
WWE Network picks.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, then you can go through with the whole build it up. AJ versus Finn if you really want to, if you don't want to bring in more members,
Oh, yeah, battle for the leader of it. Oh, dude, can you imagine? Oh, all right. I'm looking at round 7.
That's my Mania main event. Let's go. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Book it.
Dude, I like that. Round 7 was the first round on the network portion of this draft, and it was still the 3-2. But then round 8, they did 3-3 the rest of the way. Why didn't round 7 start that way? And looking at this, 59 picks went, according to this, unless the sheet's wrong. If they would have did this round 7 where SmackDown got the 3rd pick, they would both have 60 right now. But unless they wanted to do that thing with Heath Slater,
Right.
Round 7, so Golden Truth went to Raw. The Usos went to SmackDown. Titus, Raw, Kane. They have it listed as Demon Kane. So could the other Kane go to the other show? Oh, dude, would that not be awesome? Would that not be awesome if Kane did Demon Kane on SmackDown, but was Corporate Kane on Raw? Dude, that would be good.
Funny.
And then Paige Steele to Raw, pick number 35.
Paige is one of the best. And she's young. I mean, only going to get better. A lot of talent there.
Why do you think she's been kind of buried the last 6 months to 8 months? You notice that? Like, I know they brought up Charlotte and Becky and Sasha, and then it's like Paige just got kicked to the curb. You think there's something backstage going on, or?
I think there's a little bit of politics. She isn't exactly the she's the anti-diva. You know what I mean? She's got a little bit of an edgier look. not tan like the rest of them. You know, there's got to be some politics. I heard some stories. I know she got arrested in Vegas a few months ago with Del Rio. Yeah, they split them up, by the way.
Yeah, and that's, dude, I saw Del Rio's interview on the network after that happened, and he came across like legitimately pissed. Like, you know, if they are dating, they're going to be on the road separated a lot, and Del Rio came across really pissed in that interview, like he was genuinely mad that he wasn't paired with Paige. Which, you know, it's work. You can't expect. I get it from that point, but all right, we got to fly through this here. Round 8, Darren Young to Raw with Bob Backlund. Kalisto
which doesn't make sense because Miz is going to SmackDown, FYI. But yeah,
yeah, Kalisto to SmackDown. I mean, can't you just bring back Rey Mysterio? Why did they not get Rey Mysterio? I mean, seriously.
Exactly.
God. Naomi to SmackDown.
Mysterio. Fuck. Okay.
Hey, he could be drafted later. Naomi to SmackDown. It seems like they're giving the divas who haven't really had a chance to be at the top on SmackDown. So I think SmackDown's women division could really bubble up because now a lot of these women are getting opportunities.
Right. And you noticeably absent, by the way, the Bellas weren't drafted.
That's another good point. God, you had so much time to prepare for this. You think they would have addressed all issues.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he at least had an exclusion list so the fans knew who wasn't going to be drafted so their hopes weren't let down, and put a good reason why.
I do have to say, they did publish a list like 2 or 3 days before online. They published a list of who was on there, and Taker wasn't, Triple H, and some injured people like Emma, Luke Harper.
Swagger to Raw, Ascension to SmackDown.
Jobbers.
They need to break the Ascension up. I think the smaller guy has a shot to be somebody. But, of course, in the world of WWE, if they broke those guys up and gave them new gimmicks, the taller guy, Connor, right?
Yeah.
He would probably get the push. Like, because
one of them got a wellness suspension, so
I think
done.
the bigger guy. Okay, round 9. It went Dudley's to Raw, Zack Ryder, woo, to SmackDown. Summer Rae to Raw. Good. Get her. I don't want her on SmackDown. My show.
Your show.
Apollo Crews to SmackDown. Now he didn't need to develop more of a character, but he's good in the ring. I actually saw him at an AIW show a couple of
nice.
Might have been 3 or 4 years ago.
When he was like Uwa Nation or whatever his name was.
He won a Royal Rumble type battle royal.
Yeah.
Mark Henry to Raw. Nah. And then another great pick, SmackDown, Alexa Bliss. And I'm clapping because yes, Bayley is still in NXT. Not clapping for that. You know, so why Alexa Bliss? But I like Alexa Bliss as a heel, as a little heel runt diva, women's wrestler. And I think she can I think she's gonna be very entertaining. I really do.
She's
from Ohio too. She's from Ohio too. So. Any thoughts as we're going through here?
Dana, we talking Dana Brooke right now or Alexa Bliss?
Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is from Columbus.
Oh, okay. Well, Dana Brooke's from Independence. That's why I was confused for a second.
But no, Alexa Bliss too is also from Ohio. See, Ohio. Okay.
Nice.
When's Ohio going to have a WrestleMania? They could have it at Ohio State Stadium.
Horseshoe, that would be awesome.
Why not?
I would go.
Ohio's huge. Come on. Absolutely. All right, round 10. Braun Strowman to Raw. That guy's going to drown without the Wyatts, okay?
He's done.
I don't get it. I mean, just breaking them up and okay, but moving on. I don't want to waste too much time. Breezango, whatever they call them, went to SmackDown. Okay. Look, I've liked Fandango since he was Johnny Curtis in NXT.
Yeah.
Am I missing something? When he was Fandango, Jericho put him over at WrestleMania, and then he was working pretty good in the ring. You know, what happened? I didn't see him do anything wrong. He didn't hurt people. Why did they just bury? I mean, Ryback, the same thing happened with Ryback. He was over like Rover, and that just goes to show you, same with Zack Ryder. If you're over, it doesn't matter. If WWE politicians don't like you, you will get squashed.
Well, I mean, what do you mean? They gave Ryder the IC belt for a day.
Oh my God! Well, and that U.S. title run back when he was super hot. But here's the deal: all wrestling promotions, and I'm not gonna even indie wrestling promotions, even backyard wrestling promotions. It's politically structured. Everybody is looking out for themselves, and if you don't do what the promoters want, or you're not their vision, no matter how over you are or how much heat as a heel you generate, if they don't like you, you're gone. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Of course I do. That's a whole nother day.
Hey, with one missed opportunity from somebody else gets a great opportunity.
Yes.
And good times. I like keeping it all code. All right.
Absolutely.
Bo Dallas went to Raw. Eva Marie SmackDown. Eva Marie. I don't know if she'll become. She obviously can get heel heat. I don't know if she's going to become a great wrestler because it's been a long time. I don't know how much she's improved, but she has top ring valet written all over her, and we briefly talked about this before. Well, they don't know that, but I've talked about this in one of my columns. I think Eva should be with a heel. Whoever the heel world or WWE champion is, Eva Marie should be their ring valet. And I have a whole interesting theory on Dean Ambrose. I think Dean Ambrose is the most talented member of all the Shield members. And yeah, people, I'm going to get flack for this. He is the most natural heel. Him playing a babyface feels forced. He seems bland. He's called a lunatic, but he doesn't do anything that really resembles.
Well, they're trying to play off the similarities to like an Austin and, like a FU guy and then a Brian Pillman, but it's just not working.
But imagine Dean Ambrose, a heel, the champion. He arrives in a red sports car. As he arrives, every time he arrives, the in-ring announcer goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed. Dean Ambrose has entered the building." A complete opposite of what used to happen with Shawn Michaels. When Shawn Michaels used to leave the building and then the announcer would tell everybody he left the building, that's kind of like an Elvis thing. So do like the reverse Elvis. And then it shows the sports car door open. Dean gets out, all dapper, hair done properly. And then who gets out? Hooks his arm, Eva Marie. Nuclear heat. Okay.
Well, I mean, they really tried with Seth in the Authority, but it didn't happen. Like, I mean, he was great, but his moveset's too high spottish,
But they took away the curb stomp. Oh my God, it's stupid.
That was the best finisher, and now they have him on the pedigree. That's just terrible. But another story for another day.
All right. Finishing the draft. No, sorry. Did I do round 10? Shining Stars to Raw. Well, Eva Marie, Shining Stars to Raw and Vaudevillains. I like those guys, and they need to be.
I love them.
They need to give the proper time. I mean, I'm serious. Those guys are good. SmackDown's good for them. Yeah. Round 11. Okay, Alicia Fox Raw. Eric Rowan SmackDown. I like putting him with Bray. And now with Luke Harper coming back soon, I hope, from his knee injury, I hope he surfaces on SmackDown and the original Wyatt clan is back together. And I know you and I have talked on Twitter. The reason why I want to see that, I think it's time for Sister Abigail. I think, and you talked about who you want to tell everyone who you think could be a good Sister Abigail.
I think one of three people. We both say Santana, Garrett. I mean, you have an idea. I'll let you say that one. But I think also, the old Victoria. I don't remember what her name is in TNA, Black Widow or whatever it is. She did the Widow's Peak. That would be good. Or even Paige. I mean, she kind of fits a darker-ish, anti-diva, if they want to stay in the family.
Tara was her name in TNA, by the way. Victoria.
That's it. Okay, you looked it up. Thanks.
Now, I'm drawing a blank. Who did I think would be a good sister? I know I said that I think whoever Sister Abigail is should be under a mask.
You said under a mask.
Yeah, under a mask, and it should be somebody that is not even currently affiliated with WWE to the public's eye, because too many people would know. I think you should go out and pluck somebody from the indies, put them in a mask, and really have it mysterious.
I don't remember who you said. I can't remember right now, but
anybody that, like I said, under a mask. What about that? She was in TNA, I think. She was a bigger girl. She was a TNA champion. Who am I thinking? Havoc, Jessica Havoc.
Yeah.
She would have been good under a mask as Sister Abigail, being her a little bit bigger. But anyway, nonetheless.
No biggie.
So I like Rowan going to SmackDown because of Bray. Dana Brooke to Raw. Yeah. How convenient, because she's with Charlotte. Mojo Rawley to SmackDown.
Worst pick. Second worst pick of the draft.
Speaking of NXT, speaking of NXT, is Hideo Itami back or coming back?
He just came back at the last tapings.
Is he heel or face?
He's face right now.
Okay. He needs to work with Nakamura, dude.
Yes.
Okay. Curtis Axel to Raw, and another steal to SmackDown, even though Bayley stayed in NXT. Carmella. Your thoughts with Carmella being on SmackDown and Enzo and Cass on Raw?
I like it, but I don't. I think that if they want her to get over, I understand that's the quote-unquote less experienced, women over there, so allows her to grow a little. But if they want to get her over right away, just put them with them. They're the most, them and New Day are the most over acts besides Bray.
Yep. And I like SmackDown.
Enzo's all time, he's up there with them.
Dude, Enzo was a cook or a manager for in a kitchen at a Hooters before. So
that's awesome.
He wasn't even, all right. This is something else I got to get off my chest. If you're meant to entertain people, you don't, in the wrestling business, you don't have to get trained to wrestle from the beginning. He wasn't.
No.
He didn't learn how to wrestle a lick until he got to WWE and they trained him. Okay? Yeah. And he got hurt under that slide. That was a freak thing. I'm not blaming Enzo. I'm not blaming Simon Gotch. But he learned whatever he does in the ring. He learned all that in WWE. But you know what did before he got WWE? He had the gift of gab. All right. So I like SmackDown better. Who do you like? What roster do you like better?
Top to bottom SmackDown. Top to bottom SmackDown. I'm actually going to want to watch now, ironically.
Yeah, I'm excited. And let's hope free agent signings.
SmackDown's going down, by the way.
Oh, my God. All right, so let's do this. And here's the thing. I would like to go kind of quickly because we're probably already at about 15 or 20 minutes. I know we've tested this whole pilot thing not too long ago, and it ran about an hour and 30. So I want to be an hour under. So let's do this. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you?
Are you ready to go down to ViRTUE's SmackDown? What? Huh? I'll give you the open mic. Before we start drafting, what do you got to say?
I got to say you're going down. Get ready to be blown.
I have Dark Angel going to be writing a list of the people we don't select. And so when we're all done with this, I'm going to just read down out of the leftovers of the universe what her look. I guess this will be the NXT roster.
That'll be our minor league.
Yeah, so she's going to be listening to what we're doing and so if she has people written down we pick, she has to take them off, but she's going to have her picks. That's going to be a fun little extra. Okay.
I'm in.
Round 1. You get the first pick. Now we're going to do this like fantasy football. You get the first pick, then I get 2, you get 2, I get 2, all the way through round 20. Now, we've done a little supplemental draft here at the very
Right.
end where we're each going to get 3 dildos, you, me, you, me. So we'll
And
end up
we're going to
having.
release that on Twitter, right?
Actually, I think we'll post it on Twitter because obviously I don't know how many people are going to be watching this. You know, this is the first episode.
Absolutely.
So we're going to we'll name them here, but
Okay.
we'll talk about them on Twitter too.
Okay.
We'll make it look like they were officially chosen on Twitter.
Yeah.
We'll go to the DeLorean.
Did you let them make sure you tell the rules though too about the our special rules, GM, etc.
Oh yeah, so obviously you have to have at least 4 bona fide tag teams. Okay, 4. You have to have 4 women wrestlers. Tag team, 1 pick. So now you can't take a whole group like Raw did. So if you want the New Day, you have to choose 2 of them. Okay.
Right.
Announced teams count as 1 pick. So you can actually get your 2 announcers in one shot. If you want a 3rd announcer, you can get them, but that's going to cost you another pick. And then, of course, you need to pick 1 GM as well. And anybody can be a GM, even a wrestler. But granted,
right.
You know, we're probably going to pick a guy that won't be wrestling anymore or never did. So with that being said, that's all the rules, I think, right?
Am I on the clock?
Yes, go.
All right, and this is a spoiler pick because I know your obsession with the Elite. We're gonna have a super kick party right on Raw.
You gotta be kidding.
We're taking Matt and Nick, the Jacksons, the Young Bucks.
Took the Young Bucks with the number 1 pick. Are you kidding me? You can't let them go down in the Knicks. You just took the Young Bucks at number 1, and you knew I had 2 picks in a row. And let me guess.
Break it up.
You took that because you knew I had 2 picks in a row, and I was going to take who you thought. Oh, I can't believe you did that.
You had to. I had to. I just had to.
Well, you know, I should take, and I'm just gonna tell you my 2 picks. I have them. Since you made my choice a lot easier, I'm not gonna take that one guy that I really should because I respect keeping certain groups together, and I'm gonna give you that opportunity to make that happen. So, with that being said, my first pick, Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. The SmackDown roster is so over the Raw roster just by this, the hottest heel in wrestling today. Yes, he's a little bit older now. Matt Hardy. Sorry, broken Matt Hardy.
I love it.
That dude, man, you know, we're taping this right now. TNA is recording, so guess what I get to do after this? Go watch TNA. I'm excited to watch TNA every week. And you know how TNA, we know the spoilers? Well, here's the thing. The final, all that Matt Hardy stuff and Jeff Hardy stuff, they're doing all that filming. That's not reported in the spoilers. So every Impact, that stuff's all new. You don't even know what's going to happen.
It's awesome. I love it.
Oh, okay. My next pick
in the game right now.
Because I'm an interpromotional. Well, this has nothing to do with interpromotional. I want this feud to happen. Okay, and I'm going to make it happen on my SmackDown. Bray Wyatt. That Twitter war that Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy have been having now will be able to happen on ViRTUE's SmackDown. Okay.
That'll be sweet.
You get the next 2 picks. Now, I'm not going to put graphics up here so everybody sees the guys we're drafting populate because that's just too fancy for me and I haven't learned all that stuff yet. But what I will do is at some point, separate from this podcast, I will have columns of our picks and our rosters. Maybe I'll put our little faces at the top, and that'll be released on Twitter at some point. So go ahead. You get 2 picks. Round 2.
All right. I'm going to go with one of the best acts. He's in NXT. Used to be in New Japan. You might as well call my show New Japan Raw. Because I'm going with Shinsuke Nakamura.
No!
Michael Jackson of the sports entertainment business right now.
Dude.
My show's all about excitement.
Just go ahead and tell me your next pick too. Tell me your next pick too. Just let me get angry all at once. Just say it. Who's your next pick?
Well, we at Raw, we're the best in the world. We rule. Oh, wait. The Elite is coming to Raw. Let's complete it with Kenny Omega.
I let you have him, but I knew.
You knew.
I have a bigger plan. I have a bigger plan, and damn you! Oh man, I'm gonna extend Extreme Machine after your ass. And yeah,
Hey,
that's
you're gonna a special guest someday.
He might be
a special guest.
You're gonna get executed. Okay. All right. My next pick. AJ Styles.
We talk trade later.
No, you're not. Look, I let you have Omega because you know I could have, but I obviously wanted Hardy and Bray so bad.
Oh yeah.
AJ Styles.
Wait,
and I get another pick.
Is AJ face or heel on your brand?
That's the beauty of it. We don't know yet. All right, I get the next pick, and I'm going to take the first tag team, and I'm going to break up a group. Because you have the Elite, and I am all about interpromotional, and maybe you and me can make it happen. I'm going to take the New Day. Yes, it's early, and I didn't trust you. I never knew when you were going to snake them away from me. I'm going to take the New Day here. People are going to criticize me. New Day with your whatever number pick this is, but I'm not taking Kofi. Because Xavier Woods, he's the video game guy. Kenny Omega's the video game guy. This whole Elite New Day feud online is basically Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega. Plus my guy, Xavier has a PhD, by the way. So good experience for the SmackDown. And I'm a video game fan too, so he's going to hook me up. And I'm going to take Big E. So I'm going to take the guy that goes WWE World Tech, and I'm going to take the guy that does their whole intro. Nothing wrong with Kofi. Maybe I'll get him later. I just hate the skipping. I hate it.
It's annoying.
I hate that. So, yes, I just took New Day there. Xavier Woods and Big E. I'm going to call him Big E Langston. Screw this Big E. He's now called, once again, Big E Langstone.
Nice. I like it.
2 picks for you.
All right. We're going to go with the architect, Seth Rollins. I need some more main event talent. And you give me Rollins versus Nakamura any day of the week. Or Omega.
Well, you can have those that weak knee, too.
And my other pick is the prize fighter. Fight Owens fight, baby. But he's going to go by Kevin Steen on my.
Oh, Kevin Steen. Kevin Steen is back. Fight Steen fight.
Fight Steen fight.
Are you going to make him tan his upper arms, too?
No, he'll be okay.
Hey, you know what you should do? Vince Russo. This is a Vince Russo idea. You should make him a landscaper. That should be his gimmick.
Oh, for sure.
He's doing landscaping around all the arenas, and then he has to go in and wrestle. Anyway, I like Kevin Owens. He blocked me on Twitter, and I never directly tweeted him anything. That means, look, I had a wrestler block me on Twitter, and I never directly tweeted him. So that means he was.
That's awesome,
dude. Okay, I didn't say anything about it. Whatever. Okay. Now, with that being said, it's back to me.
And you
Round
get
4, 2 picks. And yes, I want the Bray Wyatt versus Matt feud, but we're not done with the final deletion yet, okay? Because with my next pick on SmackDown, I'm taking the charismatic enigma, Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy.
It's a steal.
Brother Nero,
put him in
I knew you'd come. Dude, no, the final deletion feud will continue for months on end. And my next pick, I'm taking a woman. And wait till you hear my women's division when I'm done, if I get the picks I think I'm going to get. It's not who you think right now, but I am taking, to me, the best woman wrestler in the world today, the most believable. And if I can ever sign Ronda Rousey for a match for WrestleMania, it's going to be against this woman. Asuka, a.k.a. Kana.
No! Come on! That was
Dude, I love that. I love her entrance music. I love the robe, the mask. She plays right into like the middle-aged businessman, creepy fantasy. That's her gimmick.
Absolutely.
I love it.
I like
Okay. Thank you. And now you get.
This is a reactionary pick, completely reactionary, because I have to take a woman now to get her off your radar.
Trendsetter.
Give me the boss, Sasha Banks.
No!
And I'm gonna hope.
No!
Damn
it! You gotta be kidding me.
I'm gonna hope that Tony comes and visits Raw with her sometime. He is available. We don't know though. I am taking the boss, Sasha Banks. I have to.
And yeah, when I don't take her, you take. I mean, I can't. I'm mad at myself, not you.
No, man, I have to.
You get another pick. Round 5.
I'm gonna go more New Japan. We're going Kazuchika Okada.
Wow, you just got the best drop kick in the world. The Rainmaker.
I gotta snape him. We're gonna call Raw New Japan West.
Wow. Okay, you got Okada. I get 2 picks in a row.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to get another tag team this early, but this one is worth it. Well, New Day was.
You're going with the Shining Stars, right? The Shining Stars.
This one is like way worth this pick. So I still like my New Day pick, but this is like, how you doing? Enzo and Cass will not be on Raw. They will be on ViRTUE's SmackDown.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my.
Yeah, and I get all of Enzo's outfits, all of Enzo's hairdos. I get the potential of Big Cass. I get the potential of Big Cass turning heel when he turns on Enzo and gets nuclear heat. I get all of that. Don't you? I like how we thread.
You get the merch sales too.
I like how we thread what we might do with these guys too as we're doing this. Okay, and my next pick, no brainer. I waited too long. I will work with this guy and find the right role for him. I have been criticized on my opinions about this guy on my columns, but obviously people read. That's what you want, right? I am taking a guy that I originally hated because I gave him another guy's syndrome. You know who I'm talking about. I'm taking Roman Reigns. I'm going to make Roman Reigns what he was meant to be, and I'm not at the top.
You were going to say I'm going to make him great again, weren't you?
No.
Oh my.
But see that Bob Backlund and Darren Young thing? That was they stole that from Donald Trump. By the way, Donald Trump's eligible if you need a GM. Dude, did you see that Donald Trump Undertaker entrance makeup?
That was awesome.
Oh my God.
That was awesome. I loved it.
I gotta watch that once a day right now during this election season.
Yeah, for sure. All right, moving on. Round 6.
You get the next 2 picks, round 6, yeah.
Well, I have the subgroup, the Elite, and everyone knows my allegiance to the Bullet Club. So we're going to go with the original leader, Finn Balor.
Oh, good pick.
The demon coming to Raw.
Are you going to keep him like he is, or are you going to bring back like at a WrestleMania? Are you going to have him come out as like a Joker or Bane or Hannibal Lecter?
I'm going to have him.
You might have to pay extra for that, but
going wherever he's got to go. He's going to pull, like, if we're in London, he's going to be Jack the Ripper, just like a TakeOver. It's going to be amazing. He can play both sides. He can be what John Cena should be. But then I got to skip to my next pick.
John Cena's your next pick? John Cena.
No. Come on. You know me better than that.
All right. Shoot.
I got to go with a hot number. One of the best wrestlers of the year so far, Jay Lethal. I'm bringing him off the board. Big Hoss, Jay Lethal.
Like, do you have a drone that's like an invisible drone that's flying around my condo looking at my notes.
I call him Outcast.
Brother, you just took Jay Lethal, brother, and Virtue's pissed. You know, it's one thing, brother, that you got the Young Bucks, and it's another thing that you got Kenny Omega, but now you got Jay Lethal. I mean, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when SmackDown and Virtue run wild on you? Yeah, brother. I thought you'd like that.
No means no, Hulk.
All right, so my next two picks. All right.
You have two.
You fired me up. You have fired me up. And look, there is no Raw and SmackDown draft pre the actual real draft and post that's as good as this. This is great because we have expanded the world. So with that being said, I am drafting this next guy with every intent to have him wrestle. And because I'm in charge and not Vince McMahon and Triple H, maybe I gave you a spoiler there that I'm not going to be bringing them aboard. But I am going to take CM Punk.
I quit. I'm done. Get me off the call.
Oh my God! Pipe bomb after pipe bomb after pipe bomb. CM Punk is mine, and I get another pick. Dude, this is my good luck, Hulk Hogan here. All right, I'm gonna make the next pick for Virtue, brother. And because I get a compliment with this next pick, who's actually going to be with the previous pick that Virtue just made, he's going to take Brock Lesnar, brother, and therefore he also gets Paul Heyman, brother.
So you got all the dope violations on your roster, right?
We'll clear it out. I can have a UFC match. I can have Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk, even though they're not the same weight class.
So is Heyman your GM then?
No.
Heyman your GM?
Heyman's just going to be with Brock right now. CM Punk doesn't need him right now.
You got it.
Two picks for you. Yeah, two watered down picks for you.
Because Raw is the big working show. We got to have great matches on Raw, pay-per-view quality matches. And I'm gonna go with. We're gonna change his name back to El Generico, Sami Zayn. And we're going with Antonio Cesaro. We're gonna bring back the first name.
So you
try and get him through the ceiling.
Okay. So your two picks were Cesaro and Sami Zayn. Oh, yes. Interesting. Man. Look at you.
I'm going to have a ladder match every week.
No, are you just basically trying to get the IWC? Is that what you're trying to do?
Hey, I got to get the sharps. Especially with my next pick. I'm first, right?
You just had two picks. So now I get two picks.
Okay.
And I'm not waiting any longer on this guy, Dean Ambrose. Because I just told you I think he should be heel. And now he's mine, and I can get Dean Ambrose to where he needs to be. Dean effing Ambrose. Okay? And my next pick after that, and I made my mind up on this pick when I made another pick a couple picks ago. I'm bringing her back to women's wrestling. AJ Lee, brother.
Oh my.
Put that in your pipe. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh my.
AJ Lee, CM Punk on SmackDown. God dang.
Well, the good news is I don't know what to say.
You get two picks. That's the good news. I'll give you some good news. It's your next two picks.
My next pick is a man from Kent State and St. Edwards. I got to go with a guy who can get people over, but he's going to end up in the main event somehow. He's going to break through the ceiling again because I got to ride with Dolph. Dolph Ziggler is the man, the show off.
Right. Dolph Ziggler it is. Hulk Hogan went away.
And then round 9, one of the best heels. He's going to give me some hard-hitting matches with Owens. Samoa Joe.
Ooh. See, now we're making NXT picks. We are making NXT picks, unlike
These are the real picks. These are the real picks.
Round 9, I get the back-to-back picks here.
Yes.
I'm taking my first true New Japan guy right now. Make them all. So I love the Marty McFly gimmick, and when he comes out with Doc Brown, I'm taking the best light heavyweight or whatever division he's in. Obviously, and on our show, he can wrestle anybody. I'm taking Yujiro Kushida.
Yeah, he was in my list. He's my next one.
Well, mark him off because he's on my roster.
Yeah, he's getting out.
I'm taking the top tag team on my list of remaining tag teams. With my next pick, I am taking, and it's true to SmackDown. This is what happened. This is reality. American Alpha.
Yeah.
Yep. Jordan and Gable. How about that?
I like the pick. I like the pick. I like the pick.
Dude, NXT, New Japan, we can make our rosters with anybody.
This is amazing.
2 picks for you now, round 10.
Round 10. Since you didn't take them, this is the true up-and-coming light heavyweight. A man after my own heart, Will Ospreay. You waited too long, my friend.
Oh, man. And now, you're trying to make me take another guy, but I don't want to take this other guy this early. And so I'm anxious to see how soon you would pull the trigger on. Yeah, I don't know if you know who I'm talking about, but okay, whatever.
I know.
You get Ospreay, whatever.
I got to boost my women. I got to go number 2. They put on some great main events. Bailey.
Oh.
Let's all get some wins, baby.
You got the female
Sasha
John Cena.
Bailey.
The female Cena.
That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
but good luck. Good luck getting those goddamn inflatable balloon waggy things every time, setting them up at your entrance.
That's all right. I got lackeys for that.
All right, my turn to finish round 10. Because I have Asuka. This I'm taking a woman wrestler, and she's a little bit older, but she still can go. She can still go, and I will be able to deliver.
Mae Young, right?
No. No, I'm just cutting to the chase. The lovely Gail Kim. That's right.
Yeah.
Now I can do Asuka versus Gail Kim for my women's championship. Woo! TNA. Love it. And
you got AJ. Don't forget. Underrated.
I'm looking at my next pick. I'm torn between these 2 guys because they both have ring valets. But this one, I thought he was, dude, I love the gimmick. Prior to John Cena burying him, and I'm going to resurrect, I'm going to revive this. And I think I'm getting a potential woman wrestler out of this deal, too. So I'm going to take Rusev and Lana. Yeah. Rusev Machka. Yeah, Rusev and Lana.
That's a good pick.
You're going to get the next 2 picks to finish round 11.
Well, I got to boost my tag division, obviously. I got the Young Bucks. Might as well go with some original members. And I want to keep these guys away from you. We're going with Gallows and Anderson, the club. Gotta do it.
Of course.
Gotta do it.
But, hey, trade bait. We can talk trade. You never know.
We can talk trades, unfortunately. But I also got to go with, he's lasted way too long. 11 rounds. I hate him, but everyone else likes him. And I might push him heel eventually. We can talk to him. My choice for GM will get this man to heel. I guarantee you that. Believe that.
I know it is. Say it.
John Cena.
Thank you, because he was just floating there, and I already had Roman Reigns, so I couldn't have John Cena too.
I had to do it.
round 12, 2 picks. All right. I'm going to pick my announce team. Even though you're going to be able to make a good announce team, I'm not letting you
I
get
waited
these
too
guys.
long.
I'm not
waited
letting
too
you
long.
get- I'm not letting you get these guys. And you're going to have a good announce team because there's so many out there. But I, for at least a few more years, am going to get the classic, the colossal Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler SmackDown announce team. I had to. They're calling
That's a
my
good
show.
play. That was
Dude, I
the right
love
play.
listening to JR on Access TV calling the New Japan matches. You know, that's funny because those are New Japan matches from like a year ago.
Yeah.
But I like listening to JR call them. It's great.
Absolutely.
And I think this next pick, then, I already have Kushida, and I'm taking another one. And look, when this is all done, I guarantee you I'll have at least 3 or 4 New Japan guys. And I think I'm going to have the better New Japan guys. I really do. I'm taking Hiroshi Tanahashi. Yes.
Yeah. One too long.
Because I have JR, dude, JR calling a Tanahashi match.
You win.
Okay. No, but dude, I'm looking at both of these rosters right now, and just wow. God, can Donald Trump?
Stacked.
Donald Trump needs to make this happen. Him and Vince
We're
McMahon.
Stacked.
All right, you get 2 picks.
Right.
Finish round 12.
Finish round 12. I got to go with a guy who's another reclamation project, but he's having the best heel work of his career right now. I got to go with The Miz, with Maurice. I got to bring some nuclear to – he'll get anyone on my roster over, anyone who's struggling. I think he could have some great matches with Finn, all of my guys.
Good.
So that's going to close round 12.
Yep,
now,
you get the first pick in round 13 is yours.
For round 13, I have a song that I need to play.
Oh, no.
I'm hoping
it's going to be somebody that I wanted. I know, because you wouldn't have done the song thing.
Da-na-na-na. Hold on. Let's hope it plays. Can you hear it?
Oh, my God.
That's right, baby! Mr. WrestleMania! Shawn Michaels.
Wow. Now, is that your GM?
He's going to be active, baby. He's active.
Oh, my God.
Active!
Wow. Well, you know, I guess that's what I get for taking CM Punk early.
Thank you. You stole my guy. I'm stealing yours. All's fair.
Dude, does he have his smile? Did he find his smile?
He found his smile.
All right.
He found his smile. Don't you worry, baby.
This is a reactionary pick for me. You're not getting my all-time favorites. There's 2 all-time favorites. Even though I like so many guys today, Shawn Michaels was one of my 2 all-time favorites.
It's my all-time favorite person.
You're not getting the other one. And the other guy came about to me in wrestling when Shawn hurt his back and was out for 4 years. This guy became my go-to wrestler that I wanted to watch every week. Therefore, give me the gift of Jericho. And yes, I'm drinking it in, man. Chris Jericho is on SmackDown.
At least you get Fozzy for a free concert every now and then too, right?
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. And then my next pick, I have Bray. And I want the original Wyatt family. So I am taking Luke Harper and Eric Rowan representing a tag team as the Wyatts.
Yeah.
How about that? You can have Braun Strowman.
Shit,
I got the original Wyatt family. Follow the buzzards.
That's good.
Follow the buzzards all the way to SmackDown. Okay. 2 picks.
I want to see that match.
2 picks.
All right, my next pick. First, I'm going to reach in. I'll be the first guy to reach into Lucha. A former ECW champion, Johnny Morrison. I think he's Johnny Mundo down there, but he's going John Morrison.
All right.
He's going John Morrison. He could even team with The Miz a little bit, you know? Yeah, old school. But then I'm bringing back the original members of the Clique. It's time to play the game, baby. Part-time or not, Triple H is on my roster. I get Stephanie, I think, with him. She'll kind of lapdog around. She is an authority in my book, though. That's my pick.
Yeah, and yeah, you will get Stephanie with him. That's fair.
I might even let him.
I wouldn't have wanted her. I want her. No, I want you to have Stephanie McMahon because I want her to make all the bad decisions, like on Real Raw for your Raw, and then I'll beat your ratings. So yeah, you have Stephanie McMahon. Okay,
I appreciate it.
Because when I think of Stephanie McMahon, I think of her saying one thing, which leads to my next pick.
You're gonna do it to me, aren't you?
You're just a B+ player. No, Daniel Bryan is an A+ player, and he is now on SmackDown as an active wrestler because I know his head's okay. I know doctors have cleared him, and it's just Raw and your side. And the McMahons won't let him wrestle. So I will get him clearance. I will make sure he's safe and doesn't get his head hit. Daniel Bryan returns to wrestling on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan, the American Dragoon. Are you ready?
Is he going to ready for my next AJ? Is he going to main event with AJ?
So I have American Alpha, right?
You do.
And this guy's going to be a wrestler. But I now have Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist.
Started at SmackDown.
It's over. It's over. Wait. Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. 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 Yes, brother.
Oh,
all right.
my.
We're getting carried away. Let's speed this
Let's
thing up.
wrap it here.
I know you're struggling now, so
I'm reaching down. I'm reaching down. This is the TNA edition of my broadcast. I'm going AA. Austin Aries. He'll give me some good matches.
Nice pick.
He's light, quick. He'll heal.
Nice pick.
And then I'm gonna do kind of a shiesty move. I'm gonna bring him in as a tag team, but they're also gonna be single superstars. Give me Beer Money Inc., James Storm, and Bobby.
Wow,
Roode.
you just did that, huh? You just pulled the
I
old.
could have done it with DX, but I went.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Okay.
I went with it.
Beer Money. Wow.
Yeah.
I need a. All right, round 16. I get back to backs.
We're all about tag teams here at Raw.
Need
and talent.
I need another diva. Sorry, woman wrestler. And you know what? By taking
You
her,
have what? You have like 3, right?
Yeah, and I'm getting another one. And by taking her, I actually get somebody that's currently paired with her. You got. Let's see. Since you got Stephanie with Triple H, I want Charlotte. And do I get Dana Brooke?
You get Dana Brooke.
Not that I want her, but just like an extra throw-in. So yeah, Charlotte with Dana Brooke, SmackDown.
It's a good play.
I'm gonna reach into the TNA pot. This guy is from Willoughby, Ohio.
He's good at karaoke, by the way. We met him at karaoke.
You already knew who I'm because I said Willoughby, Ohio. So I just say EC3, Ethan Carter III. That guy.
Yeah.
Unlike WWE the first time around, Derek Bateman, I'm going to make EC3 star on SmackDown. Okay?
Nice.
2 picks.
That'll be good.
2 picks.
I got to boost my women. I got to go with, now I'm going to have 3 members of the 4 Horsewomen. I'm going probably the best technical out of the bunch. Becky Lynch. Spoiler alert. We're gonna have a woman.
I got the flair. I got the flair though.
That's
all right. So
right.
you got Becky Lynch. All right.
Starting round 17, because you have my other favorite part-timer. I'm gonna bring him back.
Who is it? Who's your other favorite part-timer?
I'm bringing him back from the movies, from the Fast and the Furious franchise,
and
Ballers, and
there
the million
There goes
and
your budget.
millions of Rock fans. The People's Champ is coming home to Raw.
There goes your budget. All
Give
right.
me Cena Rock Volume 4.
That's a good pick because you got the star power and the box office draw.
And I could have him face Hunter.
Just because you did that, I'm taking another New Japan guy, and this will be. I'm taking him. He was the New Japan IWGP Heavyweight Champion earlier this year. I'm taking Tetsuya, however you say it, Naito.
Yeah.
Naito.
Right.
Like this. Naito. I can't even do it. My eyes are already big. You
got him.
Yeah, my eyes are big. I can't. They're already big. I can't. All right. And then this guy's kind of slipped down. This was because I didn't take John Cena because, I'm not going to let this guy fall any farther. And I like the finishing move out of nowhere. Okay. I'm taking Randy Orton.
That's a nice pick. That's a nice pick.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. Randy Orton.
Nice.
And now it's on you in round 18 back-to-backs.
Well, my first pick is going to reach into TNA, amongst other things in life. But I'm going to take another tag team. I'm taking the Wolves. I got to boost my talent.
Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards.
You got it.
And they're cool. Are those actually tattoos? Are those real legit tattoos?
I think so.
Wow. You get the Wolves. Do they both have those or just the is it Eddie Edwards?
Just Eddie, I think.
Yeah. All right. You got the Wolves.
And then I'm going to take a guy who was released within the past couple of years by WWE, but is putting in some good work. I'm taking Drew Galloway, the chosen one.
Oh, man. I was thinking about taking him before. Dude,
I'm putting him against.
I wanted him with EC3. Oh, my God. We're going to have to talk trade.
We might have
I wanted to have both of them guys on my roster. Son of a.
No.
Right.
The rejects, right?
next two picks for me. I'm taking them tag team.
Okay. You don't have many. You have a couple.
I'm taking a tag team, and I'm going back to how they were on NXT. I hate how they've just made them disappear on the main roster. So on my SmackDown, the Vaudevillains will go back to their NXT-style roots. I'm taking Simon Gotch, Aiden English, the Vaudevillains.
That's
I like how it turns black and white, the whole screen. They make it look like old school film.
Awesome.
But I don't like the way they've been doing it. How the music gets like the old William Regal music. I want it to be the like it was on NXT, like it was in NXT. That Vaudevillains back. Absolutely. And with my next pick, another woman wrestler, and I have Enzo and Cass. And I now have Carmella.
Staten Island, baby.
I have.
Wow, we're getting to the end here, buddy.
I can put them all together. I think we're getting close to our 1 hour mark. So this is better than the hour and a half pilot that we did. I think we had some more things ready for this too. I'm glad we decided to do this now. Okay, Absolutely. Go ahead. You get 2 picks.
All right, I gotta round out my women, and I have to pick someone. I was between 2 women wrestlers here. I got to convince this lady to come out of retirement with the prospect of a match against Sasha Banks and Bayley. We're going to go with Trish Stratus.
Oh, wow.
I got to take her. I got to. It was between her and someone else, but we got to take Trish for value. And she's beautiful. And I got to take my GM. Are you prepared for this pick?
Yeah, let's hear it. I mean,
I got to take someone who's going to rock the boat.
You already have Stephanie McMahon that's going to draw in your company, your brand.
No.
So, and Triple H and Triple H. So who else are you going to get yourself?
Give me Eric Bischoff. Give me Bischoff.
Wow, so that's a brilliant and stupid pick at the same time. Obviously, you got the mind of Eric Bischoff, who helped WCW beat WWE in ratings for so many months.
He's orchestrating John Cena's seal.
But he also spent, dude, your budget. You got The Rock, and you got, dude, you got Bischoff spending money.
I got the extra hour.
Oh, man, there goes Vince McMahon's money.
That's all right.
Wow. All right, I get back to back.
Merchandise when Cena turned heel.
I get back to back. So then you have to take an announce team with your last pick.
Yeah.
So since you got Will Ospreay, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna take a GM, but I'm taking. You got Will Ospreay, and now I got Ricochet. Prince Puma.
I was hoping to get him supplemental.
I'm using him. I'm gonna probably use him as Prince Puma because that's my Lucha Underground guy. Even though, you know what I mean? Like, I really haven't had a Lucha Underground guy. All right.
I got one.
my general manager. The most creative mind in the history of professional wrestling, besides me.
You already got Paul Heyman.
Yeah, there's a guy that I rank a little ahead of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's great just with the wrestling aspect of it. This guy... And yeah, he's come up with some ridiculous concepts, okay? Yeah. But when he works with a great filter, like he worked with Vince McMahon was the filter.
Yeah.
He's working with me, and he doesn't, why did I say that? Sorry, when I'm about to name your name. Sorry, you don't need a filter. I take that back. You have all the power to run this show. Vince Russo!
That's a good play.
My general manager. Yeah,
that's a good play.
I hope he sees this. There's probably about a 2% chance they'll see this, and I think I'm going to post the link to this video in the fantasy baseball message board. Then maybe he'll accidentally click on, and then I'm going to tell him to go to at least if he doesn't watch it, to go to this section of it, like fast forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll be like, dude, you gotta see who the second to last pick is. Okay, go ahead, pick your announcement.
My announcers, I'm going to take an underrated talent. I'm going Corey Graves as one of my announcers. I like his work. He's coming up to Raw now, so that'll be nice. In real life, too, And I'm going to take Mauro Ranallo. I feel like they're the other two missing links. I had to get some quality when you stole JR and the King.
Yep.
So
but I got my JR and King, dude. I'm so happy about that. You know who I almost considered? Just prior to JR and King on the announce team. Yeah. I liked when Vince McMahon and Jerry Lawler.
I thought you were.
I almost made that my announce team, but I didn't. I like JR too much. That's why. All right.
I would have liked.
So, dude, awesome. Now we got to do our 3 supplemental picks, and we'll play it off on Twitter too for all those, 400 or 500 Twitter people between the two of us that might
of course.
Follow. So yeah, we'll just do this straight back and forth. I will give you the luxury of taking first. So we're gonna give you 3 more picks.
I'm taking Paige. She's underrated. We need her. Boost our women. She might do a ladder match eventually.
Oh, the cherry. I'm gonna complete my trio. My trio. I'm taking Kofi Kingston, and I do have the New Day to combat the Elite. That's going to happen. That's why I needed to make sure we got it.
Baby, it's going down.
Dude, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston. Now it's back to you.
I'm boosting my tag team. I'm going the Mighty Don't Kneel. They call TM61 in WWE.
Oh.
Nick Miller and Shane Thorne. I have some of the best tag teams in the world on my roster. I'm just telling you now.
So it was a
good luck keeping up.
It was a no-brainer with Kofi on that last pick. I mean, I had that written down, and I was waiting to get to this point, and I was hoping you didn't take him in the other part of the draft.
Right.
I have 2 guys written down, and it's like when you do a fantasy football draft, and everybody avoids these veterans. But when it gets later in the draft, you look at the top of
Mark Henry and Big Show.
No, I'm taking him. This is my swerve back to you. I'm taking him as a tag team. The Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker and Kane. God rest Paul Bearer. I wish I could draft Paul Bearer too. If he was alive, I would get Paul Bearer. Woo!
Wow.
Yes!
Wow.
I got the Undertaker and
That's some value.
All right.
All right.
Next,
My last pick
your
is
last
a
pick.
Lucha guy. I'm going Pentagon Jr.
Oh,
I need
wow.
some luchas. I
Is
need
that
some luchas.
another Lucha guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he's very underrated. He's going to have some good matches with Osprey to open my shows. Bring the house down.
All right.
I like mine.
My steal of the draft.
Your last pick.
This is the one that's like, this is the mayonnaise or the butter that just makes the sandwich stick together. The sandwich called SmackDown. I have CM Punk. I have AJ Lee. I have Paul Heyman. And now I have boom, Colt Cabana.
Oh my.
Yes,
Oh
and
my.
I passed up some other guys that I still wanted. Book it. I'll get the graphics up soon. Oh my goodness. I will
That'll
get
be
the
a good
graphics up soon. That was fun, dude. And I can't
That was
Google
definitely
Hangouts. This should be a lot better. None of that. I wasted my whole night last night trying to get that to work, and I was like, I think Rico's understanding. I think he'll consider
Absolutely.
that the pilot. So, with that being
Absolutely.
said, as we conclude Virtue's Rage with special guest Rico, anything about anything indie wrestling, backyard wrestling, your Raw roster, my SmackDown roster, the real Raw and SmackDown roster, what do you got to say? Floor is yours.
Let's talk about this conspiracy by Paul Heyman really quick. He had a little one-on-one set of 3-day interviews in England actually last week, and he on one of them he actually offered Will Ospreay a Evolve contract, by the way, and it got accepted. FYI, so that'll be nice. So he can't work for Ring of Honor.
For Evolve. Yeah, but isn't Evolve? Yeah, it was the old owners of Ring of Honor made Evolve. Is that kind of what?
Yeah.
So Ring of Honor or Evolve's like Ring of Honor, but its own separate. Yeah.
They have their own working relationship though with WWE now. But anyways, the conspiracy theory he threw, and I'll tweet it at you. He said, I don't want to tell anyone anything, but what if Brock decided that he wasn't going to put Taker over? He was going to beat the streak. And it said, fuck you, I'm going to do it.
Wait. Conspiracy theory that Brock did it as a shoot?
Yeah.
Was there any going back to that, was there any awkwardness at the end of that match?
Absolutely.
Like, with Undertaker? I'm going to have to go back and look at that now.
The ref held the 3. Like, he didn't want to put his hand down. He held it extra long.
So did he literally knock Undertaker silly so Undertaker couldn't kick out? I mean, was that why Undertaker was so beat up?
Undertaker had to go to the hospital. He had to go to the hospital. Vince McMahon left Mania, quote unquote. That's what Heyman's putting out there. But he didn't want to say, he just threw it out there. But if there was anyone on the roster who could do that, Brock Lesnar.
Wow. Well,
he didn't come back for a year. Remember that.
No, thank you, because I have Undertaker. I have Brock Lesnar. I have Paul Heyman on SmackDown. And you know what? We're going to get a poll. Once I get the graphics up, we're going to do a poll, and we're going to put it on Facebook and Twitter. I'll figure all that out. We're going to tally up votes and see what roster people like better. No hard feelings when I beat you. You have a hell of a lineup, dude. If there was
we both do.
Yeah, if there was ever a lineup that was best but not as good as mine, but that was the best of all the rest of the world, it's yours. Anything else you want to say?
You were probably surprised at a little of my out there picks. I like them.
Dude, the Young Bucks and the Kenny Omega. And let's face it, I could have had Kenny Omega. You know it. I am so on the Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy bandwagon the last year or two.
Absolutely.
I just had to take those guys. Anything else you'd like to say?
Vince McMahon open the checkbook. Bring the Elite to WWE. That's it.
Cool. And then
drop the mic.
Yeah. Bring them. Definitely bring them. We'll figure out too. Maybe we'll do supplemental picks down the road and trades. So anybody left
Yeah.
untaken, those great names. Oh, real quick. Hold on.
You
got it done. You got the last, write down the last one. No, I don't have him. Nope, he doesn't have him either. Okay. This is Dark Angel's roster. Ready for this?
Yeah.
A lot of these are probably going to be indie guys because we purged the wrestling pool, right?
Yeah, for sure.
This is her roster against ours. I'm going to just shoot down real quick.
Is this our
Nate
ECW or
Matson.
NXT?
I don't think these are in any particular order either. She probably just wrote like the same amount that we had. Amazing Nate Matson, indie wrestler out of Michigan. Kid Cash. Remember Kid Cash?
Wow.
Kid
How
Cash.
do I forget him?
Paul London.
Wow. Yeah.
Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
I was between them and
We're allowed to
TM61.
get these on our rosters down the road because she's the NXT. So we can call them up to our... Dude, this is going to be nice.
It'll be awesome.
She took X-Pac and Scott Hall as a tag team.
Nice.
Scott probably can't do much wrestling these days. But Natty, Kelly,
Yeah.
Ashley, the female wrestler Ashley,
Oh, okay.
Brian Kendrick, Petey Williams, the king of the Canadian Destroyer, Shannon Moore.
How do we
Oh, dude,
forget-
I like this.
forget all these people?
M-Dog, Matt Cross, a.k.a. Son of Havoc.
Wow.
Gregory Hurricane Helms. Dude, what a roster. Maybe I should edit this off. I don't think I need people to... Jason
Let's say how
Gorey,
bad we are.
indie wrestler Jason Gorey.
Yeah.
Announcers, Taz and Joey Styles.
Yeah.
The Beautiful People, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. She's taking them as a tag team. Mr. Kennedy / Anderson. The Ascension. Rhino. Chris Masters.
There we go.
GM. Jeff Jarrett.
Wow. Double J.
Scott Steiner. Carlito.
Jeez.
Oh, Ben Boone. He's another indie wrestler. He can work with Nate Matson as the Sons of Michigan.
Yeah.
Melina.
Yeah.
Michelle McCool.
Huh.
Bobby Lashley.
Lashley was mine. I was going
Edge.
him or Drew.
She has Edge. Probably can't use it. She's probably going to have to use him as something else. Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Frankie Kazarian. What are they called? What's that name?
No, that's not Red Dragon. Who's Red Dragon?
In Ring of Honor, their tag team name. Oh, that's going to bother me. We're probably looking stupid right now for not knowing that. The Addiction.
The Addiction.
Matt Seidel / Evan Bourne.
Yeah.
Candice LeRae.
Wow.
And Dylan Bostic, who's the Justin Bieber guy.
Yeah. When do we get call-ups?
Holy cow. But,
wow.
All right, with that said, I feel like we need to both get one more pick, but we can't take from this roster yet. You want to do one more pick each?
Yeah.
Or do you want to wait till later? Now, because of
one more pick.
You go first. Okay, I'll go first. And the reason why I'm taking him is because I felt like he was disrespected that you, me, and Dark Angel didn't take him. So I am going to take Johnny Gargano.
That'll work.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano from Cleveland. And then I will let you, and you can't take off of her list that I just named. So your last pick.
I can't?
Okay. No, we can't because Gargano wasn't on her list.
We're going to go.
He's making his last pick.
Wow.
We think that your roster is going to go over better than our rosters. I probably should edit that off. Okay, go ahead. One more pick, and then we're going to hit the music.
I'm going to go with Del Rio. El Patron. Keeping the couple together.
Can you hear that music?
Lightly.
I don't know what my speaker is.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Oh, she wants another pick now. Wait. You want the last
Give
pick?
her one more.
You want one more pick?
Give her one more.
You got the last pick since we both expended our roster by one. One more pick. You want to make it in front of the camera? Oh, okay. All right, you get your last pick. Who? He has Jay Lethal. Yes. See, it's hard now.
No.
Sniped.
Come on.
Ricky Shane Page.
Ricky Shane. Wow. You know who Ricky Shane Page is? The guy just did something in that Cincinnati Hardcore Federation, whatever that's called.
I love that.
Or
Yeah,
wherever.
combat.
Yeah, and he like meat grinder to the head and this. Oh.
Wow.
There you have it, folks. ViRTUE's Rage, special guest Rico. We just did a Raw and a SmackDown draft. Dark Angel had her excellent NXT style roster. And I'll tell you what, there's not another draft out there that contains names as great as ours. So congratulations, Rico. This was phenomenal. And now it's time for us to get this out there. I'm gonna click stop broadcast now because we need to get this out to the masses. So
Absolutely.
See you soon. See you soon, brother. What you gonna do when ViRTUE's Rage comes raining down on you?